Hello everyone, it is the Afro Avenger, and in this episode of In My Opinion, I wanted to talk about situations where you're in a relationship and you and your partner either A, have completely different musical tastes, or B, dislike each other's music tastes. This is something quite prevalent in a lot of relationships, especially among young couples. A common situation is where the guy loves loud, heavy music like metal or something vulgar like hip-hop, and the girl likes top 40 chart stuff, stuff they play on the radio. Neither can stand what each other listens to, neither can understand why the other likes what they like. Of course, this is only one general example among a great multitude of examples. For this particular situation, I'll use myself and my girlfriend. My girlfriend is into a limited amount of pop punk, specifically Fall Out Boy and Panic! At the Disco. She also likes contemporary music played on the radio such as Taylor Swift, Adele, Sarah Bareilles, and so on. She's also into what her parents grew up on, specifically Elvis Presley and Poison. She also likes musical soundtracks from musicals she's seen in the form of a film. However, she can't stand either country or rap. She's fine with songs with hip-hop beats, but she's not into the actual rapping aspect of rap, and she's not into country unless it's like old country, like Patsy Cline, who's actually from the city we live in. Now, as for myself, I'm into just about every style of music there is. I don't discriminate on any form of music, and will give just about every single genre or subgenre a try. And there aren't particularly any genres I dislike. I'll admit I'm not that into country music, but I'm actively trying to get myself more into it because I love blues and folk, which are both very similar to country, so I figured, why is country so different? The same instruments, a lot of the same themes, similar style, there's nothing wrong with it. I mainly started out with jazz, which is what my dad played around the house when I was in my early teens a lot, plus gospel, which I've been listening to since I was a small boy. Jazz slipped into soul, and soul blossomed into funk. Funk became psychedelic rock turned into alternative rock, and then to hip-hop, to folk, to metal, to just about everything else. So, with mine and my girlfriend's rather different tastes, how do we find middle ground? Usually, if I'm picking her up for us to go out, on the way to her house, chances are I'm blasting Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West, Earl Sweatshirt, Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, or something new I recently put on my phone. But after I pick her up, it's Panic! At the Disco or Fall Out Boy. Fortunately, she knows what I like and has come to enjoy bands that I personally favor, like the Red Hot Chili Peppers or the Beach Boys, and artists such as Stevie Wonder. There really is no trick to it. Really, it's all a matter of finding out what your partner enjoys and having an open mind about it. Perhaps listening to what your partner listens to that you think you might also enjoy. Lately I've been getting more into punk rock, which in turn gives me a great appreciation for pop punk. Usually I'll just let her choose what she wants to listen to as a way of saying that I accept your personal tastes, or I'll put something on that I think she might like according to what she already enjoys, as opposed to just putting something on that I personally like fully knowing that she isn't going to enjoy it at all. It also helps to talk about what you and your partner both personally enjoy and what you dislike. However, because of my immense musical diversity and being so open to all forms of music, there really isn't anything she could put on that I would dislike, even if it was someone like Avril Lavigne, for example. I think it's more fun when she's enjoying her music and it's making her happy and we can both experience something together. That's just me, though. For others, it might not be so easy. Going back to the whole guy liking metal, girl liking top 40 stuff, it could be way more difficult. Imagine a guy who religiously listens to Cannibal Corpse, Slayer, Amon Amarth, or Karak Angren, enjoying people like Taylor Swift, Bruno Mars, Beyonce, or Maroon 5, or someone who strictly listens to hip-hop like NWA, Wu-Tang Clan, the Ghetto Boys, or a Tribe Called Quest listening to that stuff, or some hipster guy who only listens to indie stuff like R.E.M., The Smiths, The Verve, or Echo Smith. Doesn't seem like it would ever happen. The last thing you want to do is tell your significant other that they have bad taste. Being a music elitist in a relationship is never good, ever. The taste is subjective and really depends on the person. If I love hip-hop and you love indie rock, okay then. Both genres are great. So what? Quite often, a partner might want the other person to get into what they like so they have more to relate over. This is a good thing. This means that they trust you enough to want to get you into the stuff that they like, and a lot of people are really insecure over what they listen to. Earlier in my own relationship, my girlfriend was insecure about letting me listen to what she likes, considering my taste was so diverse, and I was a bit insecure about her hearing what I listen to for the very same reason. I enjoy avant-garde music and experimental stuff. Not everybody's into that or even consider it music. But if your partner wants you to listen to what they listen to, this is a perfect opportunity to get closer in the relationship. Don't just brush it off in favor of your own elitist tastes. That will make your partner feel lesser. Much of what I just said is pertaining to guys, so let me address the girls. In terms of music, girls tend to pull more towards popular music, the stuff that plays on the radio, whatever their friends are listening to, or whoever is hot at the moment. They'll also listen to a lot of stuff that expresses how they're feeling, as everyone does. This is extremely common after a breakup. In turn, they won't be as open to things their significant other listens to, granted that it's really heavy, vulgar, or the like. In this situation, the girl needs to understand that people like what they like and should immediately downplay what their partner likes simply because it's not something they're used to. If they don't enjoy it, fine, but to not give it a chance or judge it before even listening to it is unfair to the guy. It's especially unfair if the guy will go out of his way to get into the stuff his girl likes, but the girl won't even attempt to get into what the guy likes. Now, keep in mind, it doesn't always have to be exactly what your partner likes. It's fair enough if it's similar because, again, one person may not always like what the other person likes. It's a start, and for the time being, that should be good enough. I can't expect my girlfriend to get into punk rock after listening to one Sex Pistols song, but if she's into a pop punk band's heavier, grittier stuff as opposed to their poppy, gentler stuff, that's always a start. Of course, that's just a general example. So, in the case that your significant other absolutely hates the stuff you listen to, and there really is no compromise, that, of course, is not a reason to break up. There's a fine line between hating what your partner listens to and consistently telling them that you hate what they listen to, or tell them that they have bad taste. In the first case, it's better to just accept that your partner doesn't like what you like and listen to your own music on your own time, and just to not bring it up, as to avoid confrontation. In the second case, you must let them know that what they're doing is bothering you and talk it out, because it's not fair that they think their music is better and yours sucks and keep telling you it sucks. There's no such thing as good taste or bad taste or real music or anything like that, which I stated in my previous episode of the show. A couple should strive to find middle ground or compromise. You love metal, but she loves pop punk, maybe introduce her to metal bands with a lighter sound, or metalcore if you're into that. You love indie rock, but he loves hip-hop, maybe introduce him to some alternative rock bands that use hip-hop influenced beats. Of course, it's not always going to be as simple as that. It may take some time and patience, but granted that both parties are open-minded and willing to try something different, it could go a lot smoother than you think. There's no need to argue or fight simply because you have differing tastes. Diversity in tastes is good, which is why I try to stay open to just about everything, even the most left-field styles of music. I know my girlfriend doesn't like hip-hop even though it's one of my favorite genres, and I've come to accept that. I just listen to it on my own time, and it's fine. She doesn't constantly say how much she hates rap because she knows I love it. I don't constantly say that she's weird for loving musical soundtracks because A, she loves them, B, I like them too, and C, that's rude. Everybody is different, and that's okay. Learn to like different things. That's what life is about. Anyways, that does it for this episode of In My Opinion. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. And if you did enjoy, please hit that like button and also subscribe if you want to see more. And if there is something that you would like for me to talk about, leave a comment down below or check out my Facebook or my Twitter. The links are in the description. But I will see you all in the next video. So long.